Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jack Hoskins here for the fourth episode of the Let's Talks Bollocks podcast. How are ya? How's your week going? I've just been bored today, to be honest. I did upload episode 3 where I was talking about the guy who broke in our work and then complaining that why human beings always wait for something to go wrong and then sort the problem out when it was already obvious that there was a problem, and then people just kept ignoring me until some stranger broke in. But on the positive side, no no one was harmed, which was the main thing. So so I decided I'd do another I'll do another quick one before I go to bed, because I got work early in the morning and another comedy gig on Monday the 13th of July, which is gonna be really fun. I already got some new material. So if that gets recorded, I'll be posting that on YouTube. But well, I say how you guys, Dave, and I haven't done anything to answer the question, so that was silly of me, and sorry I have to be quiet. My mum's got work tomorrow morning, and my brother's got school, so I have to be quiet. And so you guys been watching the World Cup? I know I have. I watched the Switzerland v Colombia game yesterday. To be fair, that's the first non-England game I watched, really, because I only really focus on England. I would watch all the other games, but I don't really have time, really. Many of you out there will know. Full-time job gets in the way. You gotta spend time with the family. Football's not the be all or end all, although in England winning the World Cup 60 years later would be nice. But if you're French, you'd say the same thing about France, and if you're Spanish, you'd say the same thing about Spain. So it just all depends where you're born. It's a friendly composition. Obviously, I personally want England to win, but if we don't, then may the best then then may the best team win. And all the teams. I don't know who's still in it. Like it's basically all the famous ones. Really, it's always the same, isn't it? Well, minus Portugal. Ronaldo. Ronaldo had a bit of a anticlimactic ending, but I guess when you're his age, and lots of people are saying he hasn't played well this World Cup, which he has played better in the past, but he's old now. He's not going to be as fit, healthy, as energetic as he was in his 20s. And to be fair, I bet most people who are saying he is shit, he could still do a lot better than you, even guys 20 years younger. So shut it. To be fair, what Ronaldo has done throughout his life is remarkable, and I'm not gonna let one bad World Cup ruin him. He's done a tremendous job. He's been more successful than I'll ever be. So, and to be fair, they didn't concede a goal for 91 minutes until Spain got that last minute in, and and then that video when Lamine Yamal gave Ronaldo a hug was up. So you sort of need that camaraderie in the world, and it just shows that the competition should be friendly and not taken personal and blah blah blah. I mean, I know the World Cup especially is a big thing. Like if you're in the, if you're in the army, doing your country practice, going in the army and fighting in wars and that. But for these footballers, playing on the pitch is everything to these guys. So so I can. Well, I don't understand the heartbreak, because I will be in these positions, because I've got multiple cerebral palsy, and controversial opinion, but if people with disabilities seem to be disadvantaged when it comes to quote unquote non-disabled sports, obviously, because your body is you know is naturally not as flexible as the average human body is. So but when the Spanish football player hugged the Portuguese football player, I thought that was really fantastic. And if everyone in the world can be like them, then that is what really is needed. But yeah, so we done that. Although one thing I gotta say, the Donald Trump thing, him ringing the president of FIFA up to get the American player unbanned because one of the players got a red card or something, and and for years we've all known FIFA's corrupt, but I didn't think it was on that level. I mean, blood. Blood. He must have bribed him. Surely he did. I mean, he's the president of the United States. He's got millions in the bank. Even though he claims he's a businessman, he's been bankrupted 4 times. But what can you do? And they fucking listen to him. Why hasn't no one told that guy to his face, you're breaking the rules, no one's ever done that? The fuck you want about? He's probably got a mild form of dementia. Have you seen him at the fireworks shows falling asleep? Well, I mean, to be fair, as much of a terrible president I personally think Trump is, I do find the guy funny. He is very entertainment. Love him or hate him. I mean, I'm in my early 20s. I mean, by the time my generation gets to our 60s and 70s and shit, he will be a president who will be remembered for decades just by his sheer uniqueness and the fact that America's never really had a president like him. Like saying that Italy and the United States have been allies since the days of the Roman Empire. What? I mean, as the independent countries they are today, anyone who knows history will tell you that, since 1776 and the 1860s, the USA and Italy didn't exist as the countries they are. So, the fuck are you talking about? Oh, that is brilliant. But my favourite part of it was so we got unbanned, and then Belgium still smashed them 4-1, and then they started mocking him. I mean, to be fair, good on Belgium. I mean, you know what? Just for that alone, if England get knocked out, I would love for Belgium to win the World Cup, because that would just be a massive up yours to the US government for Trump's call to FIFA. Trump does make me laugh. I'll give it to him. That guy chose the wrong career in life. Instead of becoming a politician or a businessman, he should have become a comedian. I personally think he could have made it. Some of the outrageous stuff he says and believes that people would think he's joking when he's actually being serious. He wouldn't even be doing a job. He would just be being himself and just making loads of money for it. I mean, what? I mean, how big of a missed opportunity is that? I mean, fucking hell. But it is what it is. But yeah, and the funny thing is, I read up if he's commented anything about it, and he's been silent. I will tell you, love him or hate him, he is fuck. He doesn't. It's how did he even go to sleep at night? I honestly don't know. But the stuff that comes out of that guy's mouth, like they should when he dies, that they should make a book of all of the stupid quotes that have come out of his mouth in his lifetime, and then just put them they're out of context, and then show them in history classes at school 50 years from now. The kids will be so confused. This meant to be some dictionary parody, or like taking the mick out of poems, or basically just a bunch of even more nonsense than some of them religious texts. I mean, just an absolute. If it is a book that would make absolutely no sense whatsoever, it would basically just be like the biggest meme book of all time, to be honest. But anyway, that's episode 4 of the podcast done. So everyone out there who's watching this in years from now, well, I mean, if anyone's ever watching this, because this is pretty dog shit, really. There you go. I've said it myself. And so have a good night, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.